Hello, hello, hello. This is Peter Fabiani of the Humanite Studios, and this is Making Comics and Art episode 355. It's me, it's Mitch, and I allowed other people to come, so if other people show up, I'll let them in.
Hey, other people, when you get here.
We got some people watching, so maybe they're just shy.
That's okay.
Senator, aloha. Welcome. Let's see. I wanted to do some sharing first.
Always a good idea.
Always a good idea. All right, not that. They changed this so many times. Not that. Not that. Oh, I guess I have to go there. No. There. Okay. Okay. Here we go.
There we go.
Familiar.
That's what people want to see.
That's Blood Force #1. 22 days left. We got 60 backers so far. And this is the American percentage, but
they give you the option. That's nice.
Yeah.
Where you can see what it is in Canadian. I don't think they give me that option where I can see what it is in American. They're like, no. You Canadians, you get by with what you need.
Well, you're more than halfway there, so
yeah, 65% so far.
And you got most of the campaign left.
Yeah.
How's it been so far from your end?
A bit of a roller coaster. I won't lie. Since this is my first deal, it's like the first couple of days were pretty great, and then it's like it slowed down, which I knew it was going to do. And it's like, I don't know, I think it's slowing down too much. And then, it would pick up again. It's like, oh, maybe it's okay. And it's been kind of constantly up and down for the whole thing. Right now I'm doing okay though.
Good. Yeah. It's it is a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But
I'm like looking online at Reddit pages there's like an AMA from somebody who used to work at Kickstarter, I think. And it's like tips for how to make your Kickstarter go well. It's like, oh, cool. Those would be useful. It's like, first thing, start on a Tuesday. It's like, well, shit. I didn't do that. It's like, second thing, make sure you get fully funded on day one. Oh, well, shit,
Well, yeah. I mean, you set the pledge at what you wanted, like some people do it, set the goal at $500.
Yeah,
and just
I think that would have been a bad idea. I think it's better to do it either I make the goal and I've got a little bit of wiggle room to actually get the thing done properly, or it doesn't happen. I think that's probably the best right now.
Yeah.
If I had a little bit more experience and had some extra funds for in case we meet the goal, but it's still not enough to actually fund the comic. If those were the case, then that would be fine. But for a first foray, I want to, if we actually do hit the goal, I want to be able to actually get the thing out.
Right. Then you have your stretch goals. So
yeah, I hope we can reach some of those. But
yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And your links. Oh, you got your Discord up there. Cool. Yep. Yeah. So I know some people have seen this, but I've been sharing it all around.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
But just so we can get the word out.
Well, that's the big hurdle. Yeah, is that nobody's really heard of it.
The pig-headed soul, Mitch, super fan here.
Oh yeah, that's my buddy Jay.
Hey Jay, welcome. And here's my buddy Jay, going by
There we go.
Real Arcana. So I'm going to miss 99% of this one. But at least I got it. Yeah,
There you go.
That's the power of cleavage.
That's how I plan to rope everybody in.
I retweeted for whatever that's worth. Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody should retweet. Fit future. Yet.
Yeah.
The 2 J's. There you go. Cool. Yeah, it's a roller coaster, man. Like, you know, I've done everything the wrong way. I should have fulfilled my book years ago. It's a long story, blah, blah, blah. But I did do a short campaign. I did a 5-day campaign on Kickstarter.
Oh, wow, okay.
It was very intense for a short period of time.
I would imagine, yeah.
I did like I think it was an 8-hour launch stream and then a 7-hour end stream, something like that.
Yeah. That's a bit, man, that's a lot.
Yeah. It was fun as hell, but yeah, I was like, what's my name at the end of it?
Yeah. I do like, if I go over 4, I start to like lose track of reality a little bit.
Well, I don't even have to do 1 hour. I'm already losing reality.
There you go. Sometimes the threshold is low.
I got way too many projects. I was actually going to ink something else, but I couldn't find it. And I was like, screw it, I'll work on this again.
Yep.
But yeah, so I thought we'd talk about comics, and you know, if anybody else shows up, that's great. If not, that's okay.
That's a good start so far.
Yeah. I think you review comics on your YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I might have mentioned in a reply or whatever, something about Kill Raven. It was old Marvel comics.
Right.
From
Craig Russell stuff, right?
Yeah, from the 70s, I think it was. Yeah, it was a very, you know, dystopian future, but it was like War of the Worlds, and these characters that look like superheroes but weren't, you know, like just regular people fighting a war, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, P. Craig Russell doing more comic-oriented stuff as opposed to like what he did in Sandman, which was different style.
Yeah, like more paneled to just kind of like straight narrative instead of. Yeah, he does focus more on compositions more later on in his career.
Yeah, well, like puts text and everything's fancy and design oriented. And oh, we got a question. Who are the characters, Mitch, that you are drawing?
Hey, Saboteur.
So these are a couple of characters that have never seen the light of day and will not, at least in Blood Force. But this was the character I came up with who almost made the cut. And then I got kind of, you know, maybe just kind of let know that that's a bit silly for something like a straight satire like Blood Force. So this is the Kickler, who his gimmick is he has no hands. He has more feet. So I gave him like all sorts of. The original design for him was way too simplistic. I went like late period Liefeld on him, so it's just like lines on a lycra suit kind of thing. So this instead decided to step my game up because the other character here is his sidekick, named Sidekick, made by my buddy Ed Raven, and he went a little bit too hard on the costume design, so I had to try to match his energy a little bit. So Kickler gets steel-toed boot Doc Martens on his hand feet, and all sorts of accessories like bandolier and grenades and knife that he can't possibly use. But it doesn't matter. All that matters is that you clutter up the torso.
He can't even grab it with his mouth because he has no.
No. Well, he's got the cowl kind of thing going on, right?
Yeah.
And a little bit of hawk stab hair. I don't think I originally intended him to have that, but it seems like that's just going to be inevitable for everybody now.
So what will happen with this artwork once you're done with it?
I'm not for sure yet, actually. This is just kind of like, let's draw some fun stuff.
Could this be a bonus for the Kickstarter or something?
I mean, you know, I could put it up there for sure. It's just kind of always a good idea to have extra art to put up on Instagram or whatever. Just that isn't necessarily linked to the comic. So I mean, I don't know. I can put this up as a print. If you know, maybe I'll run it by the Discord first to see if anybody has any interest in that.
Right.
But right now it's just, you know, let's draw some goofy shit, which is usually what gets me going.
Awesome. Well, for anybody that doesn't know, this is so I did a pinup for it's called Sword and Sorcery Magazine, and it's a place online where you can go and read short stories of fantasy and Conan type stories by just, you know, new writers and whatnot. And they did a backer kit not too long ago, and my first pinup was in that, and they asked me to do 2 more. So this is the second one I'm doing for them.
Good shit, man.
Yeah. At the same time, I'm just too busy. I'm losing my mind.
Too busy isn't the worst thing, you know.
That's what everyone says.
Yeah.
Until you lose your mind.
Well, I suppose. I mean, you know. And you reset, and you're not busy at all for a little while. It all works perfectly.
Yeah. And we got Montoya is here.
Yeah, my buddy Monty.
Yeah. Everybody saying hello. Yeah, but you got the R, not the C.
There you go.
Oh. Registered trademark. Genuine Comics is here. Hey.
I'm going to be talking to Genuine in a couple of days there.
That's right.
Yeah.
And didn't Robert do a review on his comic? I just started watching it. I didn't get a chance to finish.
Oh, Robert Norton?
10.
He did one a little while back on Blood Force, and he was having a blast with it.
I was talking about Dave's book, Perfect 10.
Oh, sorry, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I know he did a review of yours. He's like, I don't know what this is. No.
No, you knew exactly what it was.
Who gave you this?
No, that was some fun shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so when I thought of like the concept of this episode, that book came to mind. That was something I was into. That was also one of the things that got me into P. Craig Russell and his work.
Yeah, I remember a couple of, I mean, the Ramadan issue in Sandman, I thought was excellent looking and like something I could never accomplish, like not even to a little bit of a degree. It's just like, that's just too nice. I remember seeing him, he did a story in Hellraiser, because they would do, you know, like anthology type stuff. And that also, just his line work in that was like this is slicker than I've really previously seen. It's always interesting to see P. Craig Russell ink people, because it's like it just it makes everything look a lot smoother than it normally would.
And we're saying hello to Biff. Dave saying greetings, chat. Another friend of mine, Gazbot. Hey, welcome, buddy. You made it this time. Loving the 90s vibe, says Dave. Nathan Comics. Peter packed a pen to inks and paper properly perfectly in polyadi pieces and head note.
Well done.
I'm not going to read that any faster.
I kind of want to give it a shot, but
And Dave says, does that guy have a shoe on his head?
he does indeed. This is the Kickler's sidekick. So, and in the spirit of Blood Force, we don't ever acknowledge how silly any of the characters look. It's all done with 100% sincerity. Winking at the camera is not allowed. Got a little bit of difficulty with that recently, actually, because I've been posting about Blood Force on, like just everywhere I can, really.
Right.
I feel like I'm being annoying as hell, but that's what you got to do. And get the odd person just being like, it just looks like standard image stuff. I mean, it's like, okay, but you understand it's a satire. Like it's too close of a satire where it's like, yeah, you know, the dude with the arm blades isn't goofy enough. It's like, it's right on that line where somebody could be doing that sincerely.
I mean, parodies do pretty well. Like
they do, but I guess the thing is that parodies often are obvious about what they're doing, whereas mine, like I really wanted to do a satire where if you didn't know it was a satire going into it, you might not pick up on it, at least for a little while.
Right.
Because we're I'm just going super hard at the 90s tropes.
Yeah, well, I guess not everybody was around in the 90s, so.
I suppose not. But it's I appreciate dry sense of humor. So just not acknowledging things being ridiculous and go, okay, was that intentional or was that, did he realize he made that kind of dumb? It's like, yes, no, I absolutely did. That was the intention.
So Jay says, is that reference to boot to the head or the Twitter user shoe our head?
Not as far as I know. This is off my. This is like the rare instance of me drawing a character I didn't design, but no, he just went all out with the sidekick theme.
Yeah, and that his name is Sidekick.
Yep. So we're gonna get as many boot gags in on the costume as we can.
There you go. Sort of like, what was Rob's creation with pockets?
The pouch.
The pouch, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting so many comments. I'm missing. You guys can pretty much read yourselves. There's a lot of them. I'll just post them all. I was around in the 90s, and the comic book boom was insane.
It was.
I was in comics when that was happening. I guess.
Yeah, what was that like?
I was at Valiant. Okay, I was at Valiant at the time.
You were at Valiant in like the crazy Chromium days, right?
When they were doing, what was that book? Death something?
I don't know.
Well, they did a crossover or whatever the hell it was with Image. And
Deathmate.
Deathmate.
Oh, you were there for Deathmate?
I was there. I was at Image, and you know, Bob Layton was in charge, and he was so proud of the fact that we were kicking Image's ass at the moment because we were on schedule as opposed
I was
to.
going to probably help that the Image books didn't come out.
Yeah. So.
When you actually have a product that you've advertised, it's like, oh, that does actually work out nicely.
So yeah, I mean, I was the background anchor up there, and yeah, did a little of it. Mostly, I was on at that point, Eternal Warrior.
All right. Yeah.
Which
Were you
was
one of the Knob Row guys, or?
No, that's Marvel. It's
Oh, I thought that was. I thought that was. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh wait, was that what they were called? Yeah, I'm thinking of something else.
It was, but I think it was during the shooter days, so I don't know if they still had that when you were there.
I think so, because okay, so they had, you know, they had the credits in the front of the main crew working on the book.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the back of the book, they had everybody's name. So my name was in the back of all the books, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, I was like one of 3 people that were doing background inks at the time. It was just an amazing experience because, you know, it was like 90% of the people that worked at the company were working in the office 9 to 5 days a week.
Yeah.
And everybody was there. The writers, the editors, the colorists, the pencilers, the inkers, production, you know, like it was amazing. Amazing studio environment. The best I ever was a part of.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I only worked there 10 months because they wouldn't give me a straight inking gig.
Yeah.
I was like, thank you for the job, but I want to more than just background inks.
That would be nice.
Give me a book. And, you know, like, so I made a lot of friendships. I mean, Cal Fury was the biggest one because me and him went on to work on a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was working at Valiant, I literally showed up with, you know, I was working on Razor and some other independents back from the 90s. Razor was the bad girl.
Yeah, I think I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah, and I used to bring in pages and show him the gym. He's like, oh, you're getting better. You know. I was so green back then.
Oh, yeah.
But it was fun.
Now, it's got to be a good time. You're actually working in, like, you know, the stuff you grow up wanting to work in.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it was fantastic. Like, because, you know, it was like working in Manhattan, which I did previously working day jobs, but we were across the street from Fashion Institute, FIT.
Okay.
And yeah, I used to go out there and have lunch. You know, lots of pretty girls.
Hey, worst ways to spend lunch.
Yeah. But the funny thing is the last couple of months, so, you know, Jim Shooter was no longer a part of Valiant when I was working there.
Yeah.
But during that time, he started up Defiant.
Right.
And some guy I know, I think from conventions, this guy Gray, invited me to come there to Defiant and get some work from him. So I was working at Valiant during the day and then Defiant at night.
Oh, no way.
I I feel like a spy or something.
I was gonna say, I guess they wouldn't have known that you were doing that, eh?
I was definitely up at Defiant at least once. And I was probably there a bunch of times, but memory is short.
Oh, for sure.
But I remember, picking up my workload from Gray, checking out the offices, which were, a smaller version of Valiant, and then walking towards they had their own elevator, and out of the elevator comes this tall ass dude and his Jim Shooter. It was the first time I ever met Jim. And I was like, Jesus Christ, that guy's tall.
Yep. That's one of the things I've gathered from the old interviews and everything. All the old pieces on him. And that he could be kind of an intimidating guy.
It's like he couldn't stand up fully in the elevator. He had to squat down just to get out. And it's like, oh, my God.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's like, hey, I work for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I knew of Jim for years and years. Like his writing, being editor in chief. I always liked his writing, and
I feel like I haven't seen too much of his writing, but I definitely approve of a lot of the things he was behind when he was editor in chief and then publisher.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of the good ones.
Yeah. He knew what was going on with the market, I think, better than a lot of people working at Marvel when he was working there.
Yeah, Marvel crash and burn in many ways.
Yeah.
He got bought by the wrong person who just wanted to use it as a means to an end to his empire.
Yep.
To get more money.
No surprise, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, that's, in a way, my brother Jeremy Parmiati and Joe Quesada, they created Marvel Knights. Their opportunity was because Marvel was just failing at everything. And it's like, okay, we'll give these kids some books and
we got to try something.
Total control and see what they do.
Yep. And it worked, from what I gathered.
Oh, yeah. A lot of what they did wound up in movies and stuff, like storylines and.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. And right now, Joe. It was like the second wave of books they did Black Panther. Joe has a new Black Panther book under Marvel Knights.
Right.
And Jimmy's Punisher book is under Marvel Knights too. That's a 4-issue miniseries with Dan Pinoza.
Right.
And it's like I haven't read a Marvel book in years, but I want to read that Punisher miniseries.
No, I don't blame you. I particularly I like how Dan Pinoza has evolved over the years.
Oh, he's so good. His art, his coloring, like he knows his shit, and it's so good.
No, I know, and like because I only knew him from like early days of Image at first, when he was working on Prophet and that kind of and trying to be a penciler, and it's like, oh man, he's never gonna get it. And then found some of his later stuff, and it's like, what do you mean this is Dan Pinoza? This is incredible looking stuff.
Yeah.
No, he got like really, really good.
Yeah, I mean that's what decades will do together.
Well, I mean, for some people, not everybody. No need to name no names, I suppose, but
or please do.
Sure. Well, I mean, somebody with the initials RL, it comes to mind, but. No, not everybody. Not everybody decides to become good at at being a comic book artist just because they're not good at
Some people.
I gotta admire that shit.
Some people get regular work and that's that. They do just turn and work. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's fine a lot of the time.
I just gotta like give props to a guy who decides the work he was doing, he didn't like where it was going, so he fixed it, basically.
Yeah. Talk to you later, Jay. Thanks for coming by. Let's see. Peter, did you say you named Ash? Yes. Jimmy and Joe's character Ash. My brother called me up one day. He's like, me and Joe just created this character. He's, a fireman and he has fire powers and blah, blah, blah. I was like, Ash.
Yep.
It's like, well, we thought of Ash, and I was like, I'm not 100% sure. And I was like, Ash, name him Ash.
No, it works.
And he was like, oh, well, I'll talk to Joe and we'll see what happens.
What were the other options? That's what I want to know.
I didn't give him the option.
Okay.
And then,
so I want to know this. I don't want to know the stuff he was considering. That Ash doesn't quite cut it. What about
I think Sidekick was one of them.
What was one of them?
Sidekick.
Oh, of course. Sidekick is the first one you always think of. And Sheldon in the chat was asking if this is two boot themed characters, and yes, it is.
Yes, I saw that. Ash was a fun comic. It was.
I finally got the first issue, like yesterday.
Well, I remember, I don't know where, but you said you didn't love it per se. I mean, that's okay.
I don't. Yeah, I remember like buying the first. I don't know, like I think just the first issue really, and it didn't really grab me too much.
Right.
Yeah, I think Joe and Jimmy had some good ideas for sure. I don't know about the writing on that one. Like I haven't looked through it again yet, so I don't know what it looked like. That's part of the point of the show. It's just like, how does this stuff actually hold up?
Yeah.
But the character didn't grab me for whatever reason at the time. Although it was also a bad time for me because I was kind of transitioning away from superhero stuff.
There you go.
So it's just like that's just shit happens.
He's pretty much a superhero. So
yeah, exactly.
I really liked it. It's my brother's book, but honestly, he's done a million books, and I don't gravitate to all of them. But I thought Ash was solid and fun, and like, yeah, the writing could have been a little better. They're just like throwing things in to throw things in, but they were sort of doing a slight.
Well, that was kind of their first go at creator-own stuff, right?
Yeah. They had other books, but Ash was one of them. Like, his girlfriend Carrie at the time was in a band. The band's name was 22 Brides, so they did a comic called 22 Brides.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know what this is, but okay. Their first breakout, what the hell was it? Oh, it was called Kid, Death, and Fluffy. It was just Joe created this goofy kid, and Fluffy was a giant robot.
All right.
That rabbit, I think, like that was really popular for whatever reason.
All right. Yeah, sometimes things just kind of grab onto a vibe.
Yeah. It could have been next Turtles, but but yeah, they had a lot of success for coming out like after the peak time when things were going downhill.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, is that to do well at that time is like, okay, good job. Not everybody's doing that.
But one of the things that never happened, and Jimmy's talked about it, but they were picked up by DreamWorks, Spielberg and company, and it was going to be like the first CGI movie, but it never happened. Like it should have been like The Incredibles before that came out.
Yeah.
It would have been amazing.
Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah. I mean, that kind of thing happens with Hollywood. You look at how often Liefeld says something's coming out,
Oh yeah.
and never does. And it's like, okay, I guess it's tougher to get stuff actually to the screen than than you would maybe
Yeah. I
think.
mean, like at least Jimmy's had success with both Jimmy and Joe, because Painkiller Jane is both their creations. And Sci-Fi did a movie which wasn't so great and not exactly the character, but then it did a 12 episode series, and that was more along the lines.
That's all right.
And
I mean,
Jimmy actually wrote one of the episodes, so that was cool.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
And again, that's farther than Liefeld got. So
Oh, yeah.
for that. Liefeld's been trying for like 30 years.
Yeah. Well, like him and like Billy Tucci too. Like he's been forever trying to get a movie done.
Oh yeah. I don't. The thing is, Liefeld's so loud about it is that you can't really ignore it. So I haven't seen Billy Tucci talking about it that much, but I imagine if you're in the industry, you probably hear about it every once in a while.
Yeah, it's like I'm just in that circle.
Yeah,
I guess like I hear about it. I knew Billy before he was famous.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, he was just like some loudmouth kid. I did some work for him. I inked is it Demon Gun? A book of his. The artist was it Brooke Turner or some other guy?
I don't know.
It was very like etched out of wood looking.
Okay.
It was fun to work on.
That's sometimes a really fun look. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually picked up a copy of it because like when I left New York, I gave everything away, like mostly everything.
Yeah.
Because I took a bus to get to Kentucky, and just carried 2 big portfolios and 1 suitcase of clothes. It's like I'm out of here, New York.
It's your loss.
And the book was republished by a different company. I forget the name of that company, but it was like, oh, that's interesting. I thought it was Billy's company.
As long as it gets done, I guess.
Yeah. I didn't get an extra dime out of it.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm just a goddamn inker.
That's the burden of the inker, yeah.
So besides the hot 90s books, anything else strike you as something you really, really liked?
At the time?
At any time.
Sure. Well, I mean, these days, I've been kind of trying to edge my channel a bit more towards like storylines, like classic shit. So we did like I started up Born Again and Craven's Last Hunt and a couple of things like Sandman Love and Death, Swamp Thing Love and Death. There we go. And and people will watch the first one of those generally and then not really come back for the next one. So it's like, okay, maybe I got to ease back a little bit on that.
Yeah, you can't get too fancy.
Not really. I mean, like maybe once the Kickstarter's over, I can get back to doing like a monthly installment on Cerberus,
Right.
which 90 people will watch. That'd be fine. But like right now, I kind of want to get a few more eyes on. So we're going to be hitting like tomorrow's video is Mr. T and the T-Force #1.
Oh,
which I think more people will watch.
classic.
Oh, of course.
Mr. T.
Absolutely. It's pretty bad too.
You know what was good? That was like, what the hell is this kind of book? But it was really, really well done.
What was that?
Atari Force.
Yes, it was.
Fucking boy.
I've done a few videos on that now because
have you?
Yeah. I I kind of remembered seeing it when I was a kid. And it's like, oh shit. Like I just kind of picked up for nostalgia. I didn't expect to actually do anything with it. And then I actually opened it up and it's like, oh my God, this artwork is like perfect.
Yeah.
Wasn't familiar with Jose Luis Garcia Lopez before that. But now it's like, oh shit, yeah. Whenever I see his name, I got to check out what he's doing because I love his style so much.
Yeah. It's so pretty to look at.
Mm-hmm.
That was like early Guardians of the Galaxy, I guess.
Kind of, yeah, like space opera type stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it held its own for a while until Garcia Lopez couldn't keep up with the schedule, and then you got to bring in other guys, and I think it still looked fine at that point. And Garcia Lopez was doing the inks, but it doesn't have quite the same draw at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I love that book. I think Ray Thomas does the writing on that. Roy Thomas, rather.
Roy Thomas, possibly, probably. Like he was writing every other book, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I love those days where you could, it's like it's a crew of people Like, Marvel nowadays, I don't recognize most of the names.
Oh, sorry, Jerry Conway. I confused those.
Oh, Jerry Conway. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry.
I wasn't reading Spider-Man in the 70s, so I don't know the difference too well.
I did back when I was good. It was good. Yeah, but I'm an old guy.
Yeah, we're all getting there. I read Spider-Man when it wasn't that great, but it looked okay. Well, it looked pretty great when Todd McFarlane was doing it.
Right.
But yeah, those stories are not great.
Yeah, it's like Spider-Man is one of the heroes that I like, and I've read it on and off throughout the years.
Yeah.
I think the last time I really attempted to read it, John Romita Jr. and was it M. Michael?
J. Michael?
What's his name?
Yeah. J. Michael Straczynski or something?
Yes. He's a great writer.
Okay.
He did.
I don't know his stuff very well myself.
Well, he did TV. I mean, he did everything. He did TV, animation.
Yeah. Is he the Babylon 5 guy?
Babylon 5, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And he wrote most of that. I
think it's his creation, right?
Yeah. You should read, if you're into reading without pictures.
Yeah, occasionally.
I Am Superman or his book with Superman in the title.
All right.
Fantastic because it's about him, it's about his family history. It's really interesting.
All right.
Yeah. Really, really easy read too. Because I was so invested in it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's such a page turner.
That sounds worth checking out for sure.
Yeah. Somebody went, I would have said Ashhole.
Uh-huh.
Sheldon Martin.
I did say Ashhole in Blood Force.
Okay.
We needed blood puns, or fire puns rather, in that instance.
Biff says, reading without pictures, like instructions, neutral information. I don't understand. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Well, luckily that method of conveying information is just about gone extinct. The reading without pictures, so we're all doing okay.
Oh man, I mean, I know I'm super busy lately, but I miss reading. I miss novels, especially.
Yeah.
I mean, my number one thing is sci-fi. Although, up until a certain point, I've read all the early Stephen King, which the first 30 or 20 or whatever.
Yeah, maybe 50.
Yeah. Everything before, like I didn't read Under the Dome, so everything before that, I think.
Okay. I did read Under the Dome. I don't remember it being particularly great. I think it was okay. And that was like right around when I decided I was done.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still interested, but I just, it's like I want to read other stuff too.
Yeah, I kind of stuck around with it as long as as the Dark Tower was unfinished. Because he'd bleed that over into everything he did. So
Mike Flanagan is taking charge of Dark Tower as a possible movie or series or something.
okay, I mean, I know they got the one movie out with Idris Elba.
Well, I had, like I didn't expect it to be what it should have been, but
I still haven't seen it.
Better.
Yeah. I still haven't even watched it. Like it didn't look very much like the Dark Tower, so it's like, okay, why do I care?
Yeah, it was like the fight between the main characters without any sauce, or
Yeah.
But yeah, like Mike Flanagan supposedly has got the rights to it now and might do something with it. Like Mike Flanagan is the new horror director guy. I thought his last movie was okay. Chuck.
Okay.
The Life of Chuck.
Sounds familiar. It sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah. That was okay. It had some great moments in it because that was a Stephen King story.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I was familiar with that.
Yeah. I think the movie was proof of concept for a streaming series. Yeah, they talked about Ron Splash, what's his name? Doing a Dark Tower series at some point, but he never did that. Yeah, it's like so many things don't happen. Not so well received. Yeah.
It's interesting because it did do well in comics, like reasonably well anyway. Well, they had Peter David running that ship for a while, right? Where he was writing, there was all sorts of Dark Tower comics flying around, and Peter David was writing most of them, I think.
Who did the first one?
Oh, I don't know.
It was Jay Lee, Stephen King was involved, Joe Quesada was involved. Because I remember, like, the only time I spoke to Stephen King was at Dark Tower panel in New York.
Right.
And somebody used my question in front of me.
No!
Like you wait in line, and it's like, well, shit. What do I ask? And I asked about the stupid deadline. Can you keep a deadline?
Oh yeah.
It's like,
oh well.
That's not what I wanted to ask. But at least I got to say hello to Stephen King.
There you go.
Yeah. The funny thing is that they transcribed it and put it into one of the Dark Tower comics.
Yeah.
So it didn't have names, but my stupid question was in the back.
Okay. I'm just taking a look at the series. Looks like the cover was by Jay Lee. I think Jay Lee did most of the covers.
Well, he did the original Dark Tower series.
I can't find one earlier than the Gunslinger Born.
Well, he did the Gunslinger. It was just called Gunslinger.
Oh, maybe that's why I'm looking up Dark Tower. And I know, but Gunslinger Born, Peter David was involved with that.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything just called the Gunslinger?
I think so.
I think that was it. This Gunslinger Born. Yeah, it looks like Jay Lee did the covers on that, as he did with most things. Although I think he did do the odd thing where he would do the full interiors. Robin Firth looks like they were doing the interior on this one. And then Peter David doing the writing.
Yeah, I think I remember it being Dark Tower, just the original series. The Gunslinger.
Okay.
But because
I think I
Jay
have
did
a couple of those.
did the original book, which was
Yeah.
whatever it was, 8 issues or whatever. And it was gorgeous because like his work at that time was at its height. I don't know if you're a fan of his, but did you see his new? I even forget what the hell it was called.
Oh, I don't know.
He did a new book, and it was like it was total opposite of what Jay Lee's work has looked like ever.
Okay.
It looked very indie, and it looked like I don't really like this.
Huh.
You know,
Gotta take a look at this now.
Yeah, I think it was I don't know, like because it was the story he was doing. I don't know. I vaguely remember what it was and what it was about.
It looks like recently he was working on the another version of the Rocketeer. I don't imagine it was that.
No, it wasn't that. It was maybe God related. I don't know.
Okay. It doesn't mention it on his Wikipedia, but maybe just in news. That's not a bad idea. I think Jay Lee is a bit too common of a name. Never mind.
Yeah.
This ends tonight. Is that it? 6 weeks old by the looks of it. That could be it. It does look very odd.
I think it's older than that. Maybe that's the trade. I don't know.
Maybe.
A couple years back, at least.
It looks like he's not doing any kind of shading on it.
Yeah, it was really, really weird looking. Really, like I said, it was like nothing like Jay Lee has done before.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's focusing fully on composition and just ignoring light and shadow, which he's really good at, so he probably shouldn't do that.
I loved his Hell Shock. The image book Jay Lee.
Yeah, I think that was Hell Shock.
Hell Shock. Yeah, Shock. And he came out, 5 years ago, whatever it was, with a trade version of it, which was different than that original comic.
Right. Well, there was a volume 1 and a volume 2, apparently.
Of the original stuff.
Yeah, he did do a volume 2 in like '97 or something.
But it was more like less image. Like it was more deep story.
Okay.
Psychological almost.
Well, it seemed on the first Hell Shock like he wanted it to be psychological, just he wouldn't hire a writer.
Yeah. But it was very I liked it.
All right.
My
personal favorite Jay Lee is from his very early stuff. So like on X Factor or what is going on here? That's weird. A weird little residue going on. Sorry. Or on Youngblood Strike File, or on that's the first issue of Wildcats trilogy. I think the second issue is where he starts to realize that he doesn't have to go 1,000,000 miles an hour. And I think that's the best Jay Lee is when he goes 1,000,000 miles an hour and doesn't pay attention to things like, backgrounds.
It was all, like powerful and anger and
it's all just he has to. I think I heard that at his peak he was doing 8 pages a day. Pencils and inks.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see it with those pages because like it's kind of like it's all very slapped on there, and he tends to go for like similar kind of looking panels or pages, but there's just so much energy on every page.
Oh yeah, I love that stuff. But you know, I used to see him back then. I used to see him at New York Arms a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really like your work, but you got to cut out that splatter. Which eventually he listened to me. But
and his work suffered for it. I don't think I'm cutting out the splatter on mine anytime soon, man. I'm sorry.
But I loved his work on Namor.
Yes.
I mean, clearly, like he did a book a week.
Yeah.
You know, artistically speaking, but it was very design oriented and, you know, angular, and just I thought it was, you know, beautiful for its time.
I thought it was great. Yeah, when like halfway through his run, when they finally decided to let him just start inking himself.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, what did we do? And it's like the craziest looking stuff. You got like, I don't know, like Dr. Doom and Namor on a pirate ship or something in the middle of a typhoon, and it's insane.
and then like he left the book, so they gave my brother an issue at least.
Oh yeah,
and he drew in the Jay Lee style.
Oh really? How did that go?
It was fun.
It's always interesting when they do that. When we got to transition out, so you need to draw like this guy for a couple of months.
Well, I think it was Jimmy's decision.
All right.
I think, you know, he might have done one issue. He might have done a couple. I forget, but for sure at least one. And Jimmy's style, like artistic style, was a little like Jay's to a degree.
All right.
So it was fun.
It's interesting because you see the odd person trying to ape Jay Lee's style around that time. It's you can do bits and pieces, but it's tough to get the whole package in there.
Yeah.
A lot of it is just like he had like an innate sensibility of what worked on a page, and so like just being able to go and, you know, like throwing the ink around like a madman.
Yeah.
And so that's what kind of gives all that energy. You see people trying to kind of copy it at the time. You know, it's like, good luck. You know, but you're the thing is, you got to, when you're trying to do that, you're trying to do it a little bit too carefully, because you're trying to mimic the style. And like the whole point of Jay Lee is that he does nothing carefully at that time, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when you're first starting out, it is good to copy somebody.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
You need some kind of foundation to work off of. Yeah, here's EJB. Welcome. Seven Sons. That's right.
I'm just looking that up.
That's Jay Lee's newest book, and it was like, it's very disappointing.
Oh, just look at the covers. That's weird.
Yeah. It doesn't look like Jay Lee at all.
No, I mean, like if I had to guess, I might be able to guess Jay Lee, but like it's not. It doesn't look particularly great.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I was looking forward to it until I saw it. But it goes like that.
Yep.
I don't know if you know like Howard Checkin and all.
Yeah, like a bit anyway.
Yeah, like
I read Pride and Joy back in the day. I think, you know, I know about American Flag, and that's about the extent of my knowledge on him. But
yeah, American Flag was great. He, you know, like there's a certain limit to his work and style.
Mm-hmm.
He, once computer coloring came into his work, it kind of screwed it up.
Right.
It was way too heavy for, like, he's going for a very graphical look, and all the computer coloring was drowning that.
Yeah, I can see that.
But a certain appreciation to his work because, like, you know, it's very different, very quirky. It's very, you know.
It's a very, you know, it's very much like a unique style. You know, like, you know Howard Chaykin as soon as you see it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, he did Stars. I forget the sci-fi book he did years ago. It's more painted.
Okay.
Something Stars. Like, yeah, I forget the title of it.
All right.
I know I'm a wealth of information, popular information. I'm a master at that.
I didn't do any better, but then I didn't bring up Howard Chaykin either.
Yeah. Man,
he seems like an interesting dude, though.
You know, it's like I used to just devour previews every month.
Yeah.
And go to comic stores and look through every comic and remember everybody's names and who published it and blah blah. It's like I used to be a whole wealth of information back in the day.
Yeah.
Before the internet, I was the internet.
In the before time, yeah. No, I know. I don't know anybody who's working in comics these days. Just about most of the guys, I do know. It's like, oh yeah, I think I've heard that name, and it turns out it's somebody who hasn't, you know, who was popular in 2003 and hasn't drawn in 7 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's so hard to keep up. Like, okay, so along with your link down in the description box for people that don't know, I have a list of other people. Like, I have Randy Bishop, who's a friend. I've you know, done work on his book. I'm currently inking one of his issues. His book is Hawk in New York.
All right.
Black and white series, very indie. It's a Cherokee guy, part of a motorcycle gang kind of story. It's very popular in some circles, you know, not comic book circles, like, you know, actual people that ride motorcycle circles.
Okay.
And there is Saya Om or something close to that.
Okay.
Her book went to Kickstarter recently. Think it's at like 26,000. She has worked
She's
for
Joe. That's okay.
She's worked for Joe Benitez, Aspen Comics, Lady Mechanica with Joe. She's worked at Ghost Machine, you know, that new company.
I don't know if I know that one. Sounds familiar, but I can't remember now.
That's a bunch of some writers, some artists got together a couple of years back.
Mm-hmm.
You'd probably maybe recognize some of the names. Like the big writer at DC not too long ago. Like when
or is that? Oh, I don't know
then. Yeah. I'm blanking. Like I could look this shit up, but I'm working.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I think I do know that. Shit. Oh, that's gonna bug me now. Yeah. Okay. I think I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
Like,
so like
Black Science or something like that. Before I think I got a couple of trades by him.
Rockefellers, which looks pretty much like a family of Rocketeer.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a radioactive looking skeleton guy they have. A whole bunch of different books. Supposedly all really good reads, heavy reads.
Jeff Johns, I think, is the guy.
What? Jeff Jones? Or
Jeff
something?
Johns is
Jeff
one of the
Johns.
writers.
Yeah, he was a big DC writer, and they didn't really do him good over the years, so he went with this gang.
And they got Brian Hitch. Good for them.
Oh yeah. There's some really good people there. Supposedly the books are really good. I haven't read any. I have a couple of first issues. But she did some work for them on the Rockefellers not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
She's really good herself. Her books looks really good. Like it's a cyberpunk, very colorful. Her link is down below for those interested. You know, because I'm all about supporting other creators.
Mm-hmm.
In shit I'm interested in. You know.
Well, you said you're a sci-fi guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like my tastes are more varied now, but I was, you know, like back when I was reading novels, like a novel every month at least.
Mm-hmm.
I started, you know, like heavy sci-fi. Yeah, it's more to my taste, sci-fi. But I've gotten into some good horror. You know, my ex, she was all about horror and bad horror, and like her two favorite movies were Fury Road, you know, Mad Max Fury Road.
Sure.
And 28 Days Later.
All right.
Like she saw both of those at least 70 times each.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I saw both of them plenty myself.
Oh, of course you would.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both good movies, at least.
Oh yeah. I saw the recent 28 Years Later. I actually liked it.
I wasn't as big a fan of that one. But
no. I mean, it was different, but
yeah. There's some okay stuff in it.
Yeah.
You know what? I haven't seen 28 Weeks Later in a long time. I feel like I need to check in on that just to remember what was in it. 28 Days Later, I watched a bunch. So like I you know, that I remember front to back at least.
Yeah, 28 Weeks Later. I remember it being good. It was slightly different, of course. Might have been a different director. I forget how it went down.
I think so.
Hey, Luke. Welcome. What are you doing, man? We had a bunch of people in watching us, like up to 11 before. Now there's 5.
Yeah.
People come and go.
Yeah, you know. I've done enough live streams now where it's just like, you know, the number goes up, the number goes down.
Yeah.
It'll go back up again. Oh, yeah.
I appreciate everybody who shows up. You know, like
Absolutely.
I said, like the video, subscribe to the channel.
Get a lozenge.
Let me choke myself.
Yeah.
Biff says 28 years. I was okay with it. Deliberative.
Okay.
Yeah.
I you know what? I'm already at the point where I'm forgetting some stuff about it. It wasn't bad or anything. I guess I just didn't like it as much as like you know the first one.
Oh yeah.
First one's like an action movie though, so or at least in some parts. So I guess understandable.
I like, you know, like I'll tell you, I avoided it for a while because I didn't want to see something I didn't want to see. You know, like I don't want to see people being down on people currently. I don't know. It wasn't the movie I thought it was going to be, because the guy with the bones was actually pretty nice person.
Yeah.
In the movie. And I was like, okay, good.
And
This
not
is
somebody
the
they need to avoid or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the opposite of what I thought it might be. So I'm cool with this. Yeah, there's going to be another movie, I think, later this month,
Oh, the same franchise?
called The Bone Collective or something.
Yeah.
Which focuses more on that guy.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can't remember that actor's name, but I guess you get him.
Is that Ray Fiennes?
Yes. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. You know, if you get him in there and you can get him back, you might as well. That's good. So
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was an interesting part of the movie. Frankly, it's the only thing I remember at the moment. Oh, you didn't want The Road?
I think I know what that's. Yeah, the movie, but the Cormac McCarthy story. So he's saying it's more like The Road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not a huge fan of The Road, I guess. I didn't keep the fire burning. Oh, shit. Which is one of the lines in that. Like, it's an all right movie and everything. But, like, when those get just, like, I don't know, like, where it's like, man, post-apocalypse would suck. It's like, yeah, I know. But, like, wouldn't some parts be fun, maybe? How about we focus on those?
I don't, it's like, it's been such a, I don't want to talk about it like people talk about superheroes, but, there are good ones, there are bad ones.
Sure.
I don't need to see one every year.
No, that's true. There's always another post-apocalypse around the corner. So whenever you're ready to watch another one, they'll have one for you. Don't worry.
I want something more with a positive outcome.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, maybe dystopia in the future isn't the genre you should be looking in then.
Yeah. I mean, a series I've been watching lately is Nobody Wants This, which is
I know that one.
It's Kelly. What's her name? From Frozen.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a single guy, single girl.
Yeah.
He's
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell. Yeah. What? I don't know why.
Yeah.
He's not a priest, a Jewish rabbi.
Okay.
And it's really good. It's really sweet. It's, and it's funny, and it's those done right could be good. It's like it's like I grew up on like Moonlighting. You probably don't know.
No, it's Bruce Willis and
yeah,
Sybil Shepherd and shit, right?
That was hilarious. And
I never saw an episode. I think I kind of know the vibe of that show.
It was provocative at the time, and what it did sometimes. But yeah, it's like, just something that I don't typically watch, but that's good enough to watch and, take it in small bits.
So what's the deal with that show? Romantic comedy television series. Likely. Okay, yeah. All right.
I mean, I also watched Alien Earth recently.
All right.
That is good. It's like I usually like anything alien oriented. The guy who wrote Alien Earth, he's the guy who did the Fargo TV series.
Okay.
He's Noah Wiley. He's a really good writer-director, and has an interesting style. worth, checking out his work.
All right. Not too many shows I get into. I got into Andor. That was one. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I might have.
I liked the first season. Parts of the second. I think most of it was over my head because I don't retain all the information they're throwing at me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And it's all alien names too, so it's like, am I supposed to keep track of this?
Voldemort? Oh yeah, he's Voldemort.
Oh yeah, oh shit, he was too.
Yeah, the bone collector.
This is what he did after the world, after he conquered Harry Potter and all that shit.
Yeah. But yeah, comics like, I mean, most of what I get and get excited for are books my friends are making and creating before my eyes, like yourself and others.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's kind of rare I find something new where it's like, shit, I got to actually read this from month to month.
Do you know Isaac Bell?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got Metal. What's his book? Metal Shade.
I'm a rough hand now. Yeah.
Metal Shade, I think it's called.
Okay.
He said late November, I think, for the launch of his next book. Now he's doing something interesting. So his next campaign is, I think it's issue 4 or issue 3 or issue 4.
All right.
And that completes the story arc.
Yeah.
So within the same campaign that he's saying pick up the latest issue, but he's also delivering the trade.
Okay. Yeah, I would have thought you'd do it as separate campaigns.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. It's like, I probably won't have the money for either, but
that's how it is these days, man.
This last month has not been good. It's like, rent was essentially due today. I do not have rent. And that's the first time in a long time. And it's like I got 12 freaking projects, but money, like,
that kind of takes priority.
I got paid in full a while back on some. I got, others that I won't get paid until later on. It's like the whole freelance thing is not a weekly paycheck.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I get that.
So hey, if you want to buy some artwork, I have some artwork. You want to commission me? You want to commission me, and I'll never sleep. But I should be okay. Like, they want to kick me out tomorrow.
That's good. Glad to hear that.
They trust me. I'm a sweet guy.
All right.
But yeah, it's it's a challenging thing when you don't have a day job. I've had a couple of day jobs along the way.
Yeah.
But every time I did, it usually like, okay, that's all my energy into the job.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's tough to come home. It's like, all right, now to start drawing for 6 hours straight.
I mean, my brain goes into hyper overdrive when I'm at work.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I could work on this and I could do this, and these storylines blow up in my head. But I get home, and it's like, yeah, I'm watching TV.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that's right. That was when I had energy. I remember those days.
So what else were you into? What other comics?
Well, I mean, back in the day, like, started out with Marvel. So mostly the Image guys, like right before they left.
Right.
And I'd say like Silvestri and Jim Lee and Will Sportasio were my guys back then. Maybe Dale Keown as well.
Oh, I just saw something I'll watch later. Silvestri's coming back with The Darkness,
Oh, okay, cool.
relaunching The Darkness. I never thought that story-wise was a hot book.
Yeah.
Visually, it was great, but story-wise, it kind of touches me like Punisher. Like Punisher, great character. I love his universe, but he's not a main title, like main character per se.
He can be, but like you can't be spending all your time with the Punisher. Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually, the Garth Ennis Punisher Max series is still one of my favorites, and it's funny because like the Punisher character doesn't usually take the main stage in those. It's everybody around him, and then Punisher himself just kind of moves through it as like almost like a force of nature kind of thing.
Is that where he dies and has angel guns?
No, that was after that. Yeah. He did reference that briefly in the Marvel Knights Punisher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like you got to address it somehow, I guess. So it's like you just like, Angels offered me a deal once, and I told him where to shove it, and that's kind of the end of it. And he doesn't really address it again after that. It's just like, okay, I'm back to being a Punisher, guys.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, you got to address it, but you also don't want to reference it too closely. I guess that works well.
Yeah.
Because that series was not great.
I streamed the other day, and I think it was talking about Punisher, and that got brought up somehow.
Yeah.
Not the best storyline, but it's like there was also the Punisher storyline where he was in jail as a black man.
Yep, I remember. I was buying it that time. I mean, I get the thinking behind the Bernie Wrightson series.
Right.
Like the character's kind of not doing too great at the time. We got to do something to juice him up.
Yeah.
And we got to let's try something a little outside the box here. And but there's just when you think about the basics of why the Punisher works, it was never gonna work out too well.
Yeah, that's like something they would try on Batman or Superman. Like what's the weirdest thing we could think of? And
I'm sure that that's been thrown around at some point.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
Do you remember there was an issue? It might have been the him in prison as a black man storyline, where it had a paper bag cover over the cover.
Yeah, like around issue 60 or something like that. I think I do remember that.
Yeah, that was my brother's idea.
Okay.
To not give away the cover, so it covered the cover.
All right.
and supposedly, like a lot of people love that idea. Like,
I don't think I remember thinking of it as a paper bag. I just thought it was like, brown cardboard for the cover on this one. Okay.
Well, it's the paper bag paper, It's
yeah.
It's not a bag shape, but
Yeah. No, because I would have still been like probably like 11 or something at the time. It wouldn't even have crossed my mind.
Right.
Whatever works, man. There's different kinds of gimmicks for everything.
Yeah, I mean, instead of doing the foil cover or whatever,
the paper bag cover. It's just as gimmick. Oh, I think that's it here. Issue 56.
There you go.
Yeah. And I think that is during the Punisher in prison one. Yeah, and Joe Quesada was also doing covers at that time, so that makes sense. Great covers.
Yeah, I mean, Joe knows how to do a great cover.
He really does.
Even in, like his new Black Panther stuff, it's like his style is different, but he's still good a lot of the times.
I would imagine.
Yeah, the Punisher covers are pretty good. I'd rather he do traditional work, but it's all digital, so
Yeah.
kind of comes across as digital sometimes. But
well.
Yeah.
I guess okay. Joe's gotten to that point where he can do what he wants to do, and you just kind of go, okay, at least we get more Joe stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like when he stopped being editor-in-chief, he mentioned he wanted to get into directing. He had something to do with the Echo series. I forget. He might have executive produced it or something.
That sounds likely, yeah.
But yeah, I think he's working on a movie or something.
Okay. Did you ever get anywhere with that?
I haven't heard anything beyond that.
All right. I don't know why everybody wants to get into Hollywood. It sounds like a miserable place to work.
Let me go ask Joe. He's in the bathroom right now.
All right. In the meantime, tell him about the new Kickstarter called Blood Force that's dropping soon.
That's right. Joe, you got to check this out, man.
Absolutely.
It's better than anything you did. No. I used to cat sit for Joe. He had a decent sized apartment in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And had a couple of black and white cats. His cat showed up in some of his comics.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of the Batman covers he did hanging on the wall, inked by Kevin Owen.
That's sick.
Oh yeah, it was
like the Batman 500 cover. I imagine was in there.
Honestly, I forget which of the covers, but like the wraparound covers, a couple of the wraparound covers.
I think that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. Mad Perspective and just so juicy, so awesome.
Yep. That's my favorite era for Joe, I think.
Yeah. It's like at some point I was going to mention like if you're an artist new to doing books, you need some sort of template. And for Joe, it was Mike Mignola.
Yep.
One of his first series, it was a mini series called The Ray for DC.
Yeah, I got the first issue of that anyway. Yeah.
It was very much Mike Mignola-ish. I thought that was beautiful. And he's only, grown and from that point. But you could see the development as he went.
Oh, for sure.
Like he did the what was the X team, the psychological issue.
Well, X Factor. Yeah, with
Doc Samson.
Yep.
That was phenomenal.
It was. I mean, that's the issue of X Factor everybody remembers.
That issue has zero action, right? It's just, but it's gorgeous.
And it's interesting because he's trying to do a transition thing because that's his first issue, I think, on the title. And he was following Larry Stroman, so he was trying to kind of meet Larry Stroman's energy, I guess, with like weird panel designs and page designs and all that, because that's what the kind of shit Larry Stroman would do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I looked into that one pretty closely. That's the one I always think of when I think of X Factor back in the day.
Yeah. you know, he started by doing colors for Valiant.
Yep. No, I know. Before they got onto the superhero train, when they were doing like Captain N and wrestling comics.
I want to say Mario. I don't know.
Yeah,
video game something.
Yeah, it's like video games are getting to be so popular; they're flooding the market. Let's flood it more.
Yeah. Well, I remember, you know, like I left Valiant. They eventually got bought by somebody else and somebody else. Right after 2000, Valiant, I think it was Acclaim that bought them at some point.
They did own them at some point.
Yeah, they were doing Turok, the video game, and that was a big success for them.
Yeah.
So they were going to release a Armorines video game. So they got Cal Fury and me to draw and ink Armorines miniseries.
Yeah.
Which I put a hell of a lot of work into and was very proud of it. And it came out, but the company or like the video game never came out or like whatever, it's like all died out. It's like, oh, you know, most people barely saw it when it came out.
Did they at least put out the comic, or
it was like a 4-issue or 4 or 5 issue series.
I think I have an issue of Armorines at least. Yeah.
Yeah, because you know Jim did Armorines before that, and Jim wanted me to ink it. It was a good amount of work. I mean, we got paid though.
As long as you got paid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can see it here. It got your name on the cover
here. Yeah, back when I used to sign my full name.
Oh yeah.
It's too much work.
Well, I mean, you gotta let people know.
Well, you know, back then my brother was still heavily an inker, and he signed just his last name, so
right,
couldn't have two Palmiati just signing away.
That might be a little confusing. Yeah.
But it's funny, when I was on Aquaman, you know how sometimes they just have the last names on the cover?
Yeah.
I was like, never make me just Palmiati, and don't make me P Palmiati, because they use like first name initial.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're gonna do that, then make it PL Palmiati, and that was weird too. But fuck it. It was like, yeah, it would be like, you're so picky. It's like, I'm just trying to make a fucking distinction between us. I mean, the work speaks for itself, but still. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, me and Jimmy, we're definitely different styles and approaches. I mean, you know, like, fuck, it's like, if I inked hundreds of books, which, you know, I doubt, but however many I inked, Jimmy has inked thousands of books.
Sure.
Because he was always super fast.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if you can be at least, you know, like, all right, and be on schedule, that'll get your work time and again.
Yeah, and, you know, I mean, back then it was also a different world, and like kind of hard, but kind of easier. Like, if you knew, there's a lot less people involved, and you know,
yeah,
you kind of just jump from one thing to another. You know, you jump back and forth between Marvel and DC a bunch.
Yeah, I would imagine. A little bit of old boys network going on, really, I suppose. But
yeah,
not the worst thing if you're inside.
No. It's never the worst thing if you're inside.
No.
But yeah, you know, like mentioned before, like being at companies when during the height of all that in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I wish like I knew it was going on. I just didn't know how to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
It's like I worked at Giant when they were fucking, you know, like getting those like concert buses and going across the states doing signings and stuff. It's like, and I'm just sitting there doing backgrounds. Like, you know, they're not going to put me on a bus, but.
Yeah, you just kind of assume, you know, one day I'll get on the bus, and then just shit changes and nobody gets a bus anymore.
Yeah, no bus for you.
Yep.
But I mean, you know, it was exciting time.
I would imagine.
For sure. You know, everything could have gone better. For everybody involved.
Yeah, eventually. I don't know. Some people got very rich, I'm sure. So they're probably not complaining.
I mean, you know, there are stories of people signing up for things and getting a car.
Yeah.
You know, like we'll buy a house for you if you come out to the West Coast and work with us. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, but Brian Paluto posted a picture of a new home that's sort of a fan place to gather.
Okay.
For Chaos Comics. And he posted a bunch of videos. I want to go and watch all the videos like that show off the interior and what everything is.
Sure.
So like it might also be a place where they make the comics. I'm not sure of it.
Yeah, maybe.
But you know, he posted the first picture and I was like, it's in Arizona. And I was like, at least it's not over a live volcano.
Okay.
but why don't you have a place where it's cooler?
Yeah, it's a bit yeah. I mean, yeah, a lot of people seem to, you know, I guess just assuming that all the comics people who were back in the day are getting old now, they wouldn't mind the higher temperature.
No, yeah.
You know, you got to consider these things.
Yeah. Well, my you know, I'm in Kentucky, but my other three brothers are in Florida.
Okay, there you go.
So I've visited there and it's great. Midwinter.
Yeah.
You know, where it feels like summer. But I could never stand summer there.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I've never been out of Canada, so like this, I'm about as south as I can get in it.
Yeah.
So this is the warmest place really in the country. We do okay.
But that's cool that, like, you know, like Chaos is definitely the height of its game, I imagine. Like, you know, Brian Paluto and popularity and
yeah,
their books doing well. Oh fuck! Here's the thing. So Dungeon Crawler Call.
Oh yeah.
Has
over 2 million now.
2.5 plus.
Yeah.
But they have another campaign for 2 books on Kickstarter. One is a cookbook, and the other is a style guide. I don't know, a map book or something maybe. And that's 2.5.
Shit! All right.
I was
Good
like,
month for them, man.
I was like, these fucking guys are like an empire unto themselves.
It seems like it.
I mean, you know, like if you look at the backer kit campaign, they're putting all that money back into, you know, what the people are getting.
Yeah.
But still, it's like, this is insane.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. I mean, good on them.
Yeah.
It's funny. I noticed them popping up on mobile app ads for them. As the first time I've seen, I think, a Kickstarter pop up with a mobile ad. I mean, it's probably happened before, but now with it, they're popping up constantly. Kickstarter ads.
Like on Facebook or like just
No, like when I'm playing like video games on my phone.
oh.
You know, I'm waiting in between loading levels or whatever, and something for, you know, that's that Dungeon Crawler Carl comes up.
Well, they definitely, like, they were in an empire before these campaigns started.
Yeah.
Because they're so popular on the web comics.
Webtoons?
Webtoons, yeah.
Okay.
And that, you know, like if you're popular on that, then you're world popular.
Okay.
I mean, like, you know, if you posted your comic there, you'd probably increase in fame as well.
I'm thinking about doing that after the Kickstarter here, yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't be a bad thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, like now that the thing's up, I say, okay, well, I can't do it now, and you know, have the, you know, the PDF as a tier in the Kickstarter. And, oh, by the way, it's also on Webtoon, where you can, you know.
I mean, you know, if you were on Webtoons for a year, you know, like you can mention that. You know, it's not unusual for web comics to be put into books and the books to sell. Like, you know,
Yeah.
It's like, because you're supporting the thing that you like.
Yeah,
and you
for
also
sure.
get a physical copy of it.
Yeah. No, I think that's probably a good idea for where to go from here to just build it up.
Well, maybe if you came out with your own ice cream flavor too.
Hey, you know, you never know what people are gonna like. I could be good at ice cream. You don't know.
Either that or, you know, Blood Force perfume.
Yep.
What's next?
Once the brand name starts to, you know, get into the consciousness, you know, you can throw it on anything, and that'll just, you know, that'll just boost sales.
Follow the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Montana says, "I'm getting older and I mind it."
No, I don't disagree. Oh, he was talking about the heat. Gotcha.
I was talking to some girl the other day, and she's like, "Show me your picture," and here's my picture. She's like, "You don't even look your age. You know, you look 10 years younger." I was like, "Well, I'm at the age where every year I age 3 years."
Yeah.
It's like I used to be. I looked like a kid 3 years ago. What the hell happened?
Yeah, I was good up until I hit about 30, and then it just all kind of went away.
You ever read any newspaper strips?
Well, I mean, not recently or anything, but like Calvin and Hobbes back in the day was definitely like one of my favorite things ever.
Yeah.
I assume that's the case for most people, though. Like most comic people, anyway.
Right. Yeah. I mean, back in the day, are there even newspapers? Yeah.
I think there's the odd one. Yeah, I guess they don't really do that very much anymore, do they?
Like when I was growing up, my father worked 6 days a week, had a business he shared in the city, and he used to pick up 3 or 4 papers a day.
Yeah.
And every one of them had, cartoon strips in them. So
Yeah.
he'd get home and he'd be like, okay, read all the cartoon strips. That was my learning, like how to read was comic strips.
Yep.
I remember
pretty much you're almost getting like a full issue's worth every day there.
Yeah. Because when I picked up comics, when I started collecting comics, it was really strictly for the art.
Yeah.
Because I remember not reading them for the first couple of years.
All right.
Because I was so into the art of it all. Man,
I was into the art too, but not to the point where I didn't read them. But
well, I don't know why. It's like I was capable. I just was so into the artwork of it. But between comic strips and then comics, I read stuff for school and all that. But
yeah,
that was me reading what I wanted to read at home, as opposed to stuff my parents tossed at me to read or whatever. Read this. No, I don't want to read the Bible.
I'm good.
It's boring.
Yeah. Now, when I got into comics, I was like, they'd always kind of been around, but I hadn't really paid too much attention. Then just kind of something clicked when I was like 11, because like I always liked to draw, but didn't really have anything to throw it into.
Mm-hmm.
So now all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait a minute, I get it now. You draw this stuff like for the rest of my life. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, it's like I remember drawing when I was really young, and everything was in spurts, and there was a time for certain things or whatever. Like I wasn't serious about art until I made it my career.
Right.
Even though I went to art school, like high school and even college for a couple of years, I consider myself self-taught, and I really trained myself when I got into comics, because I knew I wasn't that great when I began. It was like, I know, like I made a decision in 10 minutes. It's like, I want to get into comics. I'm going to be an inker, and I'm going to work on my skills, and I know I can be better.
There you
go. It's like,
it's a good attitude to have when you're just getting
confident about anything previous in my life or since, It's like sometimes you just know.
Well, it's a good attitude to have when you're just starting out.
Yeah, I mean, it's like youth is a certain amount of, I could do anything.
I guess, but it also takes into account the knowledge that you're not there yet, and it's going to take time to get there, which is important. And that's something that can take a while to learn.
Yeah. I literally worked for like 3 years, like every day of the week, sometimes through the nights.
Mm-hmm.
When I didn't have actual work, I worked on getting better. And eventually I did.
That's good.
Have you seen the omnibus for Aquaman?
No. Are you in on that?
Yeah, a little bit of my work is on that.
Nice.
Let me go grab my copy.
Do you get any royalties?
Actually, I did.
Very nice.
I got 2 checks in the last 2 years from DC.
That's cool because you hear some horror stories about that shit every once in a while. It's nice to know that it does sometimes work.
Yeah, I think Marvel gave up on royalties for people, but not DC.
Hey.
That's the one. I have it on my shelf. Yes. All right. So this book is
How thick is that thing?
it's 1,000 something pages.
Uh-huh.
It's got the miniseries tied in what is it?
I don't understand wanting to own the omnibuses, but whatever. People like what they're gonna like, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's great for me because it has all the issues of Aquaman in it.
Shit, yeah,
Time
man.
and Tide. So it's essentially this is like volume 2 of Peter David's omnibus.
Right.
The first was something else. This one is Time and Tide was the Aquaman miniseries that kicked off the series.
Yeah.
Then it's the first 49 issues.
That's all right.
And there might be an annual in there somewhere. But it's like crazy. So I did this cover.
Comics.
Worked on that cover. What else? That's the only cover on this. Well, yeah, I didn't do that cover. Yeah, I did what covers I could do. I did what interiors I could do because we were the fill-in team. The first artist. All right, let's see. This is not that. That's the miniseries. The first artist was Marty. Yeah, this is all Time and Tide. Yep. That art was great.
Was this Clay Fury as well?
Huh?
Was Jim Clay Fury on this one as well?
It was Marty Englund.
Oh, okay.
As the artist, and he was great, but the only reason we got on the book as a fill-in team was because he was slow.
Okay.
It might have also been because Peter David was slow.
Whatever it takes.
At that time, he was writing. He was writing a number of comics.
Yeah.
He was writing novels. He was writing TV shows.
Yeah.
And flying all around and doing conventions. Yeah, like that's probably why he got divorced.
Maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, so my first issue was issue 10. And then we filled in, I think it was 15 and then 21, or like we jumped around until we were the regular team and they actually gave us a 1-year contract. So that's one.
Shit.
Yeah, here's the annual. Greg Hamilton does a great Aquaman. But Monty was great. Like I think I was. Well, I probably didn't pick it up until I got the job, but I was really impressed with his work on it because he has that cartoony style. But this was my first issue. Peter Pong had Inca. This was a pain in the ass because this was just before computer coloring.
Right.
And my first issue had Green Lantern, the other Green Lantern in it.
The Kyle Rayner one? Yeah.
The what's his face?
Was it Kyle Rayner?
Kyle Rayner. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything green was on a thin sheet of vellum.
Okay.
That I had to ink it.
Like separately?
Yeah.
Fuck.
So like in this case, he has this weapon. I had to ink that, and it crinkled, like the vellum crinkles. It was a pain in the ass.
It sounds like it.
Like this whole web.
Oh my god.
Net, like everything, like shell, the giant shell. I remember fucking inking these because it was such a pain in the ass.
Good time.
I was so like, happy to be finally working on a book and,
Yeah. I get that.
But yeah, like this whole book, if you flip around, you'll see my work here and there. Because like I was, Mark McKenna was Cal Fury's main anchor.
All right, yeah.
And McKenna was really busy when the Aquaman gig came around.
Yeah. I've seen his name on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, he's great. He's great, and he did a bunch of the covers. Like while I was doing interiors and blah blah blah. But Jim took a chance on me, and essentially Jim hired me because I did samples over his Aquaman pencils. And Jim was like, okay, you did good. So, and we got on the phone a lot, and we went over every page, every panel, in the especially for the first issue, but a lot of the issues that followed, just going over points, like make sure you get, his costume was intricate, so like make sure you get it clean, and
yeah,
a lot of his details and a lot of the way that Cal Fury does hair is very specific. So then I got the, hey, here's Green Lantern. Green Lantern's got the Ray, Firestorm, Superman. I hated the way he did black hair because it was just be black. It's like,
oh, okay,
you gotta have lines, dude. But yeah, this shit, like
when you're on a schedule, sometimes I get it.
Yeah. Well, he has a real designy sort of sense to his work.
All right.
That he still does to this day. If you look at his like Instagram, he's always doing his sketches and experimenting with the style and approach. Mm-hmm. But look at this shit. This shit was not even colored, so this is exactly what the inks look like. Intricate as hell. But
yeah, for sure.
Hey, Tank Ferret, I just noticed you. God damn. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Jump in and jump out there.
But yeah, we're just about at 2 hours. Anything you want to tell the peoples?
Well, if anybody is watching it isn't familiar, yeah, sure, I can go over it. Got the Blood Force #1 Kickstarter. That is it's live right now. And we're doing all right on that. We're at 65% with 22 days to go. So I think plenty of time to actually hit the mark on that. So I want to do a quick refresh to see if it's. Yes. I was going to give the Canadian number. Nobody cares about that. So that's a satire of 90s extreme comics, which, as you can see from what I've been drawing today, is kind of my thing. So yeah, if you're not familiar and you dig on that kind of stuff, head over to the Kickstarter there. I believe Peter put the link in the description.
Yeah, it's down below in the description box. Always, like all my videos, like once I put it in the first one, it's in every one now.
Oh, good shit. Thanks, man.
So yeah, you can always go and check it out. Get linked to it. I share your Chris Kringle. I share your Blood Force Facebook group as my what do you call it? Not reels.
I don't. Which on
Facebook.
I don't even know what they call it on Facebook.
Stories.
Oh, is that what they go with? Okay.
Yeah. So I share that stuff. I used to love stories because you could post somebody from somebody else and click on it and go to what was in the image.
Yeah.
Now you can't, but at least you can see, oh, this is a Blood Force post. Oh, this is a, Liam Neeson post, whatever. Like,
That's not as handy, but okay. Yeah.
Yeah, now it doesn't, like, I realize, like, Facebook doesn't want you to link anything going anywhere. It's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Oh, well.
But
that was good while we had
it. That's why it's good to come to YouTube, and, I post a lot of links down below, stuff I like and into, and some actual friends. Because it's like I try to share a good amount of independent people doing independent books. Hopefully, they'll pay me one day in lunch.
Oh, hopefully,
bags of cash or whatever.
Sounds like a plan.
It's always been my plan. But yeah, so I did a little work on this. I still got you large, so people can check out your feet.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So yeah, this is coming along. Yeah, I could shut that off so you can see it a little better or whatever. So yeah, it's gonna be. Well, I'll be done in a day or so. I juggle between a dozen different projects.
Yeah.
But one day.
Good stuff, man.
I got the rainbow light on.
That's what happens with the chromium cover.
That's for the party later.
Okay.
Hey, if anybody's interested, I got one of these books. I think it's listed at 180. I'd be willing to let it go for less, but I have one that hasn't even been opened yet. It has its plastic all around it.
Good shit.
So hit me up directly on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever. I think YouTube used to have sort of an inbox. I'm glad they got rid of it, or I just don't know where it is.
Yeah. Because
I like the structure of YouTube, like that it's not, that it's set up that way. But yeah. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for chit-chatting amongst yourselves and with us as well. And thank you, Mitch, for coming on again.
For sure, man. Thanks for having me on here. It's been fun.
All right, everybody. Till next time, keep making art, keep making comics. See you on the flip side.